might need some easier CC from the bottom lane, and there's that rail we are looking for. It's not really point and click. You can Q flash and try.
In the world strives to do, and the fact that Blabber has done it so consistently over the past few years is now a bottom side gank is in the works here. Ayla forced the flash already. Blabber with the Arctic Assault into flash to land the guaranteed knockup, secures first.
Won't be caught sleeping. Of course, if you are going to take Rift Herald, we will gladly take the key there. It's going to be able to get the whole tower. So first tower bonus for Evil Geniuses on top of the lead that Revenge.
I think they need it, but M&S is going to poke over the wall, try to give vision so that Blabber could look for a chance steal, but there is no. The target will be for Jojo. They're already looking for him. He gets stunned up, knocked up by the Glacial Fissure. Ayla is forced to use the counter gank assault so that makes sure that Jojo gets out alive, but Revenge is now soaking up all 5 members from Cloud9, and he just doesn't seem to die. Jojo jumps back in, has the stasis from the stopwatch, the gold golden. Sven throws out a winner's bite, but it's not going to do anything because now Evil Geniuses are the one pushing Cloud9 out of the pit, but Berserker keeps him at arm's length with the range. He's space gliding all over them. He's got the slows from his auto attack. Berserker in the backline, 6,000 HP on the Rift Herald right now. Evil Geniuses all huddled into this rush. Teleport is coming in from Revenge. He's going to be the front line once again for this squad. 1,300 HP. Who's going to get the smite? It's a 900 smite. It is stolen by Armeo. Revenge can secure it and walk on out with the slice and dice.
And the reason they go for that, the reason is that they saw Blabber smite Daisy before the Rift Herald even gets into smite range. Now,
they still want to fight. It looks like they jump right back in. M&S is able to distortion right on out, so he's safe, he's fine, making sure that Sven doesn't get caught out. The Rift Herald is going to immediately be summoned here in the mid lane. They're looking for the crash, looking to try to take this down. Poke comes out from Jojo once again. Ayla with the flash engage. The Magnet Sword catches down too. Sven forced to flash as well. Blabber trying to frontline as everything as he could. His Revenge is diving past 2 turns, but he's got no more damage. He's got to get out of there. The Gorging and Thirsting Slash is not enough. He gives his life for the cause as Tier 1 turret does fall. Evil Geniuses now get
Cloud9 still able to defend under their secondary turret. Revenge a little bit far away from the rest of the pushing mid lane and coming over to contest the dragon. Here we go.
6,000 HP. Ayla's going to come check as well. He doesn't have flash, so he cannot get into the fight as easily as before. Daisy is frontlining, but he might just go down. Glacial Prison manages the field goal on that one. Blabber now no engage available left for him. Crystal Enchanted Arrow still available for Berserker. He can fire on out if you want to look for a target. Glacial Fissure right onto Revenge, but he soaks it on up. Fudge coming in for the left flank, and Evil Geniuses all 5 like a pack of hyenas turned right into Fudge, but they kite this one out. Ayla falls. Cloud9 still have the man advantage, and they are pulling and pushing Evil Geniuses off the dragon. It's already reset. Sven is low on HP. Berserker, a third of HP down. Jojo Pyun, half of his HP gone. And now the rest of Evil Geniuses just bullying their way back into the pit. Top laner's gone from Cloud9's side, but he has a teleport coming in 14 seconds, but it looks like Evil Genius is going to be able to burn this dragon for free.
Oh, they push them off. Their next site, but he's got flash and he is LeBlanc. They wait for his distortion #1 to be used. Teleport into counter.
If he finds a chain, Revenge or Jojo Pyun is dead. He's forced to flash. He escapes the chain, but M&S finds his flash and takes out Jojo. Ayla now has to defend Revenge, but the turret is pretty much already dead. Revenge escapes the infernal chain. M&S looking for more. Blabber has his Glacial Prison. The fact that Cloud9 are still pushing Evil Geniuses even through these fight advantages that Evil Geniuses are finding. Just only character that can, from a safe range, damage and poke the members of Cloud9. No vision, cannot see for sure. They're waiting to use the Glacial Prison, the Crystal Enchanted Arrow. Those are the main engages. Now, Evil Geniuses and Cloud9 have pretty much swapped sides as Daisy finds the Root Caller onto Blabber. Frontline Glacial Prison right on top of Revenge. He soaks it all up. He has the Trigger Season, the shields, and the healing from Armeo available as Cloud9 now starting to lean toward the right side of the mid lane. Glacial Enchanted Arrow right on top of Ayla, but he's soaking on up, and Blabber's still lost a lot of HP. They find the Root Caller on Sven. He has no flash from him now. Last time is available as well. Sven burning down, everything flashing forward, and that is the Aphelios ult in the Moonlight Vigil. Fudge tries to find damage in the back, but he has forced to run away. Armeo flashing forward to guarantee the root. Fudge trying to life steal as much as possible, but he goes down in the end. The static shift to get some extra chip damage as well with the Night Harvester. Berserker being able to fire a ball again. Ayla engages right on top of M&S. He doesn't have flash. He uses it immediately right after, and he gets out alive, but he's on top of a ward. Jojo looking for the accelerated shock flash. Enchanted Arrow once again available, but Evil Geniuses should be able to walk this one out. Sven has no flash, no Glacial Fissure to keep them in line, but Jojo's pretty slow unless he can hit that Air Drake speed buff. He's trying to run away, but he's been tagged. Fudge is coming over the wall. Evil Geniuses might just have to leave their mid laner for death as Cloud9 find one straggler, and they don't want to let anyone go. Glacial Prison right on top of Revenge, Unforgiven. No flash available, still has a cleanse. Running out of mana, trying to fire as many autos as he can. Fudge gets thrown up into the tower! Cloud9, they thought they could get more, but...
Back out and got it, and then we get in here, and JoJo's down again, but that's another worthy sacrifice. This tower doesn't stand a chance, and they can keep the siege up.
Tier 2 falls in favor of EG. They have.
I mean, it's just so difficult because EG will just always move up onto the wave, sprout all these brush with the Ivern. Here's the Ash Arrow through the middle.
Glacial Prison lands, but Unforgiven cleanses it. He still has a flash. Fudge looking for the teleport on the back flank, but he's immediately warded off by Ayla. Fudge looking to advance forward, but Ayla and Revenge, the front line, making sure that their back line is well protected. JoJo's the only one that has really suffered any real damage, as Armeo also took about a third of his HP.
Daisy down, Revenge is in!
They look for it. Sven is caught out. Root Caller, does he have flash available? Yes, he does. He's able to jump over the wall, but he gets bursted down by the Moonlight Visual. Unforgiven is on a tear. Fudge just can't even survive as Unforgiven with the damage bursts down Fudge.
Game in a standard game, drop, drop, drop. You just have to take big risks here, so they at least go poking around. It's gonna be now, and that's a big burst.
Enchanter already fired out, 1700 HP, but Blabber cannot get into the pit. Armeo secures the Baron, and Revenge
will on up, and they will be able to get objective number 1 here.
Arrow lands on Ayla. He's able to crash down away from danger. Sven takes the root from Unforgiven as he fires right under the tower, but it's still available. Shock blast from JoJo over the right side wall, trying to poke Cloud9 while they are still trying to defend this tower. M&S looking for poke of his own. Doesn't get that much. That tower is gone, and Evil Geniuses fell it.
Yeah, he tried to poke JoJo, and JoJo just shot him in the face.
Disengages this tier 3 turret in the top side of the map at 50% HP, and EG have a window to take it down. The inhibitor will be falling next as Cloud9 do everything they can to withstand the barrage, but Evil Geniuses have control of this one.
All right, rotate over to mid lane now, slowly but surely here. EG working it in. They only have this last minion wave to work with for Baron, though, so they got to make this one worth it.
Teleport is coming from M&S as well. Can he look for the pick flank of an opportunity here in this game? Fudge gets turned on. Can they burst him down? M&S looking for the flank as well. Armeo gets bursted out. JoJo goes down as well. And now Unforgiven is the last person standing because Revenge falls to the onslaught of Cloud9. Have they found it? But Unforgiven steps up, finds a burst onto 2. Can he live to survive 3? No, he can't. Cloud9 at the footsteps of their base.
Take it up. They do scratch the mid turret a little bit more, but gonna need some minions to take down that backdoor bonus. Man, right there too, the last moment of that Baron buff, they get an Ivern Q. This build, he would have to change some items if you want. Oh, here we go.
Revenge forced to slice and dice away to safety. Redemption heal puts everyone on EG back to full. They're still looking for engaged opportunities here. Glacial Prison still at the ready from Blabber. He throws it out, finds Revenge. Ayla forced to retreat as well. Revenge taking up as much as he could. Dominus, will it be enough? No, it's not. Berserker's able to put arrows into his back. Ayla falls as well, and suddenly, just like that, Evil Geniuses, they were just a few minutes or moments away from ending the game, being able to make one last push, but now Cloud9, they're the ones in the base of Evil Geniuses. They're gonna go all the way, Kobe.
They're gonna do it. Cloud9 looking for the end. They got 2 kills and they want the game.
Wait, someone's teleporting. Wait, JoJo is gonna try to go for a base race of his own.
They got it.
They got it. I don't know if that's the right play, but they had no other choice. Cloud9 take one chance and do not miss. Game 1 is theirs.
Whoa! Beefy front lines.
Gragas locked in the mid lane as well. Now, if we're talking about like the first
through the river for a second visit, and he's got flash.
But Armeo is here to hover. Oh, but he's still gonna flash right on top of it. He's looking for the catch from M&S, and they brute force it. First blood goes over to Cloud9.
So, see if they can get Fudge with no flash. Watch the slice and dice angle.
Looking for the flash Q3, but Armeo doesn't connect on the Arctic Assault. Has to flash in for the permafrost. They should be able to get the damage down with the Q from Fudge. Gives them enough lifesteal, and Revenge ends up getting the kill. Sven was looking for that Hex Flash in the mid lane. Just gonna show up with the crash down, looking for a Q stun. But Ayla is here for the counter roam. But M&S, nice explosive cast. Punts away Ayla and JoJo, but he flashes right on it to guarantee the kill. Lockdown onto Sven.
Speaking, can we move over to that objective?
Allows for the first dragon to be secured of the game well before the Rift Herald has spawned. So Cloud9 are now have a chance to reset, and if they want to shift
later on in the game, and you know there's a lot of melee, so I think EG should be happy right now with the game state.
Oh, they look for the explosive cast right on the JoJo. He has the flash available. Oh!
I'm sorry.
Speak up.
I cast the curse up.
I think it's gonna be tough for EG going forward to this early game just because of how accelerated C9 is right now. So they're gonna have to look for picks and opportunities.
Picks like
this one.
Permafrost, Glacial Prison, the Chain, CC, Wombo. Zen, not a chance to flash.
Stated a couple times here, no ultimate, so without that big engage,
Not to offer the fight. I think, honestly, this is like their best chance right now.
Here we go. The double teleport comes in.
They call it a Glacial Prison right on top of Sven. They can burst down one target. He gets a Magna Storm at least before he goes down. Revenge is in the middle of everyone, and he just gets obliterated by Cloud9. Now they're trying to kite their way out. Evil Genius is trying to keep the range advantage as well. Fudge already popped the dominance, but he's losing HP as Armail flashing forward right on top of it. Fudge forced to flash as well. Ayla jumping. Arctic Assault lands the Permafrost stun. Eminos trying to body block it with the body slam, but Unforgiven finds the damage. Blobber jumps in, forcing the flash. Berserker loop with the power instinct. They're so low to the side of EG! And Cloud9 just find a way to take them all down!
Oh my! Over chasing here. It all explodes when Berserker jumps in. Kaisa jumps in, then the Kazakhs immediately following.
Vital information on when they can re-engage and look for mini pockets, and they do not hesitate when they arrive. The fact that Evil Geniuses kept them on the run, and then at the last second turnarounds from Berserker, Eminence, Blabber, and Fudge, absolutely incredible. So they look for the dive onto the bottom side of the map, but Fudge is going to get completely blown up as Evil Geniuses commit the teleport from JoJo to make sure that they save Revenge under the tower, but the tower cannot be saved as the Rift Herald makes the charge.
Pretty good.
This is the third dragon of the game for Cloud9, and they want to take it, but they have to wait out the time, as you called it. Fudge has teleport available. Engage already from Sven. They're forcing the fight even before Fudge gets there, and they just blow up multiple members of Evil Geniuses. Fudge wasn't even needed. Now he comes in to teleport, and he can just completely zone Unforgiven off. Hopefully he doesn't take too much damage, as Armail is now the one isolated from the rest of the Evil Geniuses, looking for the Hex Portal, and Fudge able to rejoin the ranks.
Beginning of the game, they've been playing around the Gragas, but that ultimate right there too, Sven right over the wall.
Dragon would be available in the next 4 minutes. Evil Geniuses have no room to play with in this bottom side jungle, and JoJo is just going to get dove under tower. There's nowhere for him to go. Blabber and Eminos are cut off by Ayla and Armail, but do they have the damage? They have to wait for Revenge to join the fight, and they blow up Ayla before Revenge gets there, and he's trying to do as much as he can, but Berserker demolishes.
They need to stay in some of these fights. Sometimes the shield and the speed are super nice.
It's looking rough for EG here.
It certainly is looking rough. Let's see. Hex Gates out here. Maybe they can catch something. They're getting a little desperate.
Nice explosive cast. Armail forced a flash. Body slam flash from M&S right on top of the backline here. JoJo gone. Ayla gone. Cloud9. They just cannot do anything.
And right now in comms, you know, if I'm AG, I'm saying, hey guys, what are we doing for next game? Yeah, I think this one's going to be hard to...
Do whatever you want.
He's got a Magi.
He's got an 18 stack Magi.
He's got on the map now with the Hex Gates too.
And Armail, I don't think those Krugs are safe for you to farm anymore. The explosive cast splits him and JoJo peeling up. The body slam connects. Armail is gone. And Cloud9, I think I'm just going to echo Mark's words on the lounge. I think the way after game one ended so cataclysmically in Cloud9's favor, the mentality that they are coming in with this game and the way that Evil Geniuses are not able to bounce back in this.
All right, here they come. Nothing to stand between them and deleting this inhibitor at least. Will anything stand between them and the Nexus? Right now, they've got Jace split pushing to get an objective bounty shutdown for the side of EG. And they do at least claim, and they drove that bus straight through mid lane right at the beginning with 4 flashes. Blabber having some fun. I love this stage of the game with Assassins. Kazakhs gets to go play around in the jungle.
Oh my goodness. Ayla's got to be careful. Thankfully, he is now grouped up with friends, so he's no longer isolated for that extra bonus damage from Kazakhs. Now Blabber might get punished. The short hop trying to look for the blast cone on the exit.
Like I said, they're just full recline, having some fun now.
But Berserker's able to pop some more stacks for his Magi Soul Stealers. He finds Unforgiven in the base, and now they're hammering their way through the middle lane inhibitor. They're making short work of the top side inhibitor as well. All 3 inhibitors are about to fall in favor of Cloud9. This is tough for Evil Geniuses at Cloud9. This is an absolute show of dominance right now. I don't think they're going to be looking for the base end, but they're going to get pretty much everything from Evil Geniuses.
All right, what's the angle, Speaker? I know you see it. You can see the thread.
That Cloud9 get too comfortable as they are putting out some barrels for a little bit of poke. waiting on the next minion waves to start pulling in through the mid wave and the bottom lane. They never took out the top inhibitor, so they don't have super minions coming through the top lane quite yet. But Cloud9 should be able to make short work of these Nexus towers off the next 2 waves through the mid and bottom side of the map.
I want to see Sven elevate from the... Oh, never mind.
Glacial Prison right on top of Blabber. They blow up the Assassin. Hold up now. Maybe Evil Geniuses could cook here. Nice explosive cast. Catches Jojo Pion and is able to catch him right on top of it as well. Fudge answering back on the damage. Wait a minute. Evil Geniuses are defending the base. Cloud9 might have got it too comfortable. And now it's up to Unforgiven and Revenge to look for damage. But Berserker still got a ton of stacks on that Medjay, so he does insane damage. The base will be defended successfully for Evil Geniuses, but Cloud9 are relentless in the pressure. They want to look for at least one of these Nexus towers. Teleport is coming in from M&S. They're going to look once again. Sven with the crash down. Armeo stunned up. Ayla trying to defend as much as he can. Sven.
If he throws the actual physical plushie that he brought here, it's sitting on his desk right now.
Oh, that would be insane.
And
banter.
They've got the cool new setup where they're facing each other in the studio here. But Cloud9 coming again. 27.5 minutes, that's it? I thought this game was longer. Oh.
A relatively short game for Cloud9 against Evil Geniuses. Game 1 lasted a very long time. But Cloud9 with the Baron buff on their side, with Hex Soul on their side, super minions pouring in through 2 lanes. This should be their siege to take game 2 and put them at match point as one last attempt. They find Berserker! That's a huge shutdown from Evil Geniuses. Do they have the damage to back it on up? Unforgiven, able to relentlessly just pour damage into Cloud9. A 10k plus gold lead actually not matter as much anymore when you just hit super late game and everyone's at full items. It just seems so unfathomable that Cloud9 are still not able to end this game, but Evil Geniuses, as you already said it, Kobe, you know, their tenacity has allowed them to withstand the pressure. They are still holding on to these 2 Nexus turrets. Not one of them has been taken out by Cloud9 yet, which has made their chances to stay in this game still alive. And the poke is just absolutely devastating from Cloud9, and this time they are not just just diving forward. They are not giving a window for Evil Geniuses to engage this time.
The minions are focused. The minions are focused up. They're taking care of the Nexus turrets.
Oh, Armeo was looking for the Arctic Assault flash into the Glacial Prison, but Berserker just easily sidesteps, not even needing a flash. And this time the Nexus exposed, and Cloud9 find their window to look for the end of game 2. Cloud9 move to match point against Evil Geniuses.
But I think without the people wanting to play Nautilus quite as much, the Kai'Sa Nautilus combination of...
Blabber's also forced a flash as well. Shaden was ready to battle. He had Jojo with lane prio right on top. M&S still low on HP as he's trying to fight right on back to make sure that Blabber can get on out. There's still no summoner spells for either junglers here. Blabber, can he look for an escape route? He can't! He can't even W over to the Raptors. This first blood for Shaden, looking for one more. M&S
Need to revitalize the series.
Potential mentality change as Jojo knows that no flash on M&S means it's an easy scoop to whoop on to M&S, and already showing a big difference.
All right, let's see now, because Berserker...
Oh, wait, Berserker, he knows that Unforgiven still doesn't have flash from before. Mystic shot, Berserker doesn't have flash, but if he can get an arcade shift, there it is, blinds it true.
The team is going to split Herald for Dragon because of the split sides of the map. So EG are actually pretty happy to get their Rift Herald, see if they can use their Rift Herald mid and just keep snowballing their Azir. It is, for sure, super rough for them on the bottom side of the map. I mean, Berserker has just been so good. Jojo's at it again, though.
And here's the repeat. This time, Jojo spends his flash so he can get in range for the scoop, and M&S is gone. This time, a kill going over to Jojo.
Yeah, and the ultimate available for Fudge, but all the same, that is a isolated flash blown 1v1. So Fudge now can set up for a Berserker gank.
I've never seen a ganking marksman before, but Berserker wants a kill on a flashless Crocodile. The Dominus is giving Revenge a little bit of HP to play with, but if he keeps himself at range, the cleanse, the stun, and Fudge is the one that gets...
Continuing their snowball ahead. Sejuani using the lead as well pretty effectively. Able to get Dragon split here, contest here for EG, because they've got mid lane push. Unforgiven can push in the mid lane wave here while they finish it off. And EG, this thing is already down.
It's too tricky for EG. They don't have Jojo. He would have to teleport in.
Use the Azir tower, push into the jungle, take away Blabber's camps.
Sven
Takeaway
combo out
bot.
is here. Permafrost. And then Ayla has the charm from the quickness. Unforgiven. Nice Magnus Storm buys some time, but it's not enough time as Revenge with the teleport comes in to take the kill under the tower. And M&S has got nowhere to run. Running under the tower for protection, but Shaden can take this one up as Unforgiven should be able to pick up the kill. Gets a ward into the brush, so they find eyes onto M&S and get vision down. Shaden trying to slow him down with the Arctic Assault. Voidseeker, they're making EG really work for this one. A Voidseeker might not be another available as well. M&S flashing over the wall. No way! He's gonna get out! Arctic Assault over the wall. Can he find him in the brush? No!
They want to dive JoJo. Look at this. There's 2 members here looking for a dive.
Nature's Grasp. Sven is also ready. Doesn't need Magnus Storm, just looks for the Q stun. True shot for Rock from across the map!
Mune, so he just needs 60 more charges up here. 360 to complete to get it transforming. Fudge is trying to get it.
Sven Hex Flash over the wall. Can't get out with the crash down. They canceled him, and they can just look for an easy kill right on top of him. The Magnus Storm is already wasted. And Cloud9, they're not going to get a chance to look for the dragon. That's EG's.
Zed, hello? Berserker's doing everything he can to carry this. Lane partner goes right in, gives him a freebie. Now Cloud9 have to seed the rest of the map. I mean, Blabber takes away the...
Ooh, Berserker fires the flash over the wall. Unforgiven committed the killer instinct there, and M&S is caught up. JoJo peeling over the wall! Finds a massive shuffle onto 2. Berserker and M&S are taken out of the fight. Fudge goes all out, but he cannot withstand it.
Goes in, dies inside the dragon pit. Then the rest of the team tries to still make something out of it. They get mid-tower, but then staying around to get mid-tower.
Fast here in LCS. As Evil Geniuses, the last time we saw them have a goal, doing their best to make sure that they maintain this lead, and they do everything they can to correctly close this game 1 out. As Sven gets caught out, but Ayla goes down. He's still surviving. Sven might go down to 1 more auto attack, but he walks on out. As they look for the turnaround, JoJo's the one that disappears. Berserker's on a tear. They rip Unforgiven to shreds. Shaden is gone, and Berserker might just pick himself up before Revenge slices and dices him out.
But they left the top side open, and Evil Genius is split pushing there. JoJo on the tower finishes it, so Azir gets solo tower gold.
Ayla finds himself over the wall. Sven is going to spot it out. M&S is now having the collapse. And, Ayla gets clipped. Forced to flash. And is able to battle dance over the wall. Nature's Grasp now onto the front line of Evil Geniuses. Shaden forced a flash out. Revenge gets knocked up. Still has a flash to play with, but doesn't get to use it in time as he gets clipped.
To escape, and then Unforgiven on the backside too. Couldn't join in on that. It's too big of a lead. Definitely not strong now. He's trying, but...
Oh, good Glacial Prison right onto M&S. Why does it always happen? We hype up M&S. Let's see it. Let's find out. Berserker still has both of his summoner spells to play with, and he is Ezreal, so he's very slippery to lock down for Evil Geniuses. They've already used Sedge ulti. They would have to depend on Ayla's engage to lock him down, but he's already forced off, and he's done so much damage to the rest of EG that they're forced off the Baron. Sven can just look for the easy Magnus Storm, and Berserker just gets the fire one mystic shot after another. He's cleaning and decimating.
Cloud erupts. They know it. The question is, how much work can Berserker do? And the answer is all of it. Cloud9 now on the inhibitor towers. They're running it straight to the base.
Inhibitor tower falls. Another inhibitor falls. Are they going to push for the end? There's 16 seconds on JoJo and Unforgiven, 9 seconds on Shaden. They might just look to do it right here, right now. Revenge is gone. Ayla's gone. Cloud9 going to start hitting onto the Nexus towers. There are multiple members low, but they will just push for the very end. 1 second on JoJo, 1 second on Unforgiven, but Cloud9, you don't need to be an Evil Geniuses to just be better.
Game. They do not mess around with stalling it out. 28-minute victory there after chasing them down. They don't stop for Baron or anything. Complete end angle, finishing it up 3-0. And this is an early day compared to what we had previously.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud9 are now showing the rest of the league, no matter what, if you're going through the upper bracket, like Golden Guardians or Energy potentially, or anyone coming through the lower bracket, if this is the form that Cloud9 are in, it might be looking like a three-peat if they carry this momentum all the way to New Jersey. As we got Blabber on stage, we're getting an interview ready as well. And I just want to, once again, a lot of huge moments for multiple members on this team. Blabber on the road looking for his 5th title with Cloud9, as Gabby will now be joining Blabber in just a few moments here. But even M&S, someone that we were also highlighting, looking for a 2nd title with Cloud9 as well.
Yeah, it definitely meant a lot to them the first time around. Emotional stuff from them. So I'm trying to hide the preview right now. But yeah, Cloud9 off of a very rambunctious 3-0.
Yeah. We're still getting ready on stage for a minute. One last shout out as well. As you called it out, M&S, not the best showing in game 3 because there was a lot of focus towards him, but Berserker, man, like huge step up as well. There's just been a lot of chances that Cloud9 have taken on multiple of these players. And it looks like the interview is ready, so we'll be joining Gabby and Blabber for our Verizon postgame interview.
Thank you so much, Rafa. I've got Blabber with me. First of all, did you know that you are 14-0 on Maokai?
Yeah, I was going to go to my phone and tweet something about it, but, I was pulled here. But I do know I'm 14-0 on Maokai.
Just making sure. I didn't know if you were keeping up with that at all. But I do want to ask, how did this series go compared to your expectations? Because it was a 3-0, but there were some tight moments.
Yes!
I'm glad you could make it.
Welcome back.
Yes. Well, I was actually just asking Blabber about, this series, so I want to get your thoughts on it too. Was it tight in your opinion?
Honestly, I didn't expect the series to be very close. I thought we'd 3-0 them, not like this.
Yeah, unless anything Blabber with Kazakhs. Maybe you hate winning, right?
No, I won. Did you see Berserker Cleanse?
I mean, that's also true. Yeah. But did you see Berserker Flash with each other?
I don't remember.
I agree.
Just all those moments forgotten. What do you think about your own performance last game and the ones before?
It was close to get player of this series, but I don't know with my Jace. Maybe you guys don't believe, but in Scream I always 1v9 with Jace, so...
It's not the Maokai, guys, trust me.
Not the 14-0 Maokai,
Oh.
just the Jace.
So not my carry, right? In Scream?
No, I said not my Maokai.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's you.
Okay. I agree.
I know that we got to catch up a little bit before the series. Seemed like you were in good spirits, very good mood, but also saying that you practiced a lot, maybe even too much going into this week. What were your thoughts on how you're preparing for playoffs compared to regular season?
I think nothing special, no?
Just lots and lots and lots of practice.
I agree.
I do have a very, very important question for you, though. There are big stakes on this matchup. It means that Cloud9 has qualified to Worlds in Korea. When we had interviews with you earlier in spring, you seemed so excited about that. Can you tell me your thoughts on this news?
I think my parents will watch this in their hospital, maybe. I think this time it will be they open their hospital and try to work. Yeah, I think it's actually good. Actually good.
Yeah. Good feelings about it.
I don't know the word in English, but like in Korea we say 효도. Something like good thing for my parents. I think this time will be pretty good because they will see me in Korea in stage.
Have you been thinking about your parents a lot when performing here in the LCS?
No?
No?
I mean, I'm just focused game,
Which, Blabber, I feel like it's not a bad thing to hear that your mid laner is focused on the game, but I know for you this also means going into the finals weekend, the chances at a three-peat. What do you think of Cloud9's chances for a trophy lift this time compared to the previous splits when it was achieved?
Mid-cap?
I think in the regular season, we didn't look that dominant. Maybe not even today, we didn't look that dominant, but I honestly don't think we're going to drop a game this playoffs. I think we're a lot better than the other teams, and hopefully we're able to show it in the next 2 best of 5s we're going to have to play.
Yeah, there's more best of 5s to come. M&S, you just said it's going to be mid-gap. Are there any mids that you fear that you might potentially face? Because you'll have to play either Golden Guardians or Energy depending on how that series goes.
I mean, actually, GG, I guess. I really don't see how they can lose. But yeah, I think energy is actually not bad. So maybe if Palafox can stop like Gory and Lieber, their like mid duo combo, then it'll be pretty good to watch. Unless I think GG 2-0.
We do love a good to watch series, that's for sure. But we'll have to see. Blabber, what do you think? How is it going to go?
I think it'll probably be closer than Eminence thinks. But yeah, I think GG are going to win too. I think their mid-jungle support have been playing pretty well, and I think they'll take over and win.
We'll see. And M&S, before we go, just any last thoughts after the series has been done? First of the run for Cloud9, Worlds down the line. What would you like to say for those cheering you on?
See you, Korea.
You will see both of these fine gentlemen in Korea. Congratulations on your victory today and keeping that Maokai at a clean 14-0.
Thank you.
For now, we are going to kick it to a break. On the other side, the LCS Lounge will break it all down from our series today. Stay tuned.
Like I predicted.
You predicted 3-0. I predicted 3-0 for the correct team. And player of the series is Berserker. Probably one of the big reasons it was a 3-0 was Hidez's performance in Game 3. Whew. But across the series, nearly flawless.
He had a great series. The first two games, I think you can say M&S was maybe more impactful in those wins, given especially the matchup that he was in. But then when M&S had that bit of a shaky Game 3, Berserker was 1v9ing. I love Kobe's call about the fact that Berserker solo kills bot, ganks top, shoots an ult from mid to bot lane to snipe a kill, like just all over the map.
Yeah, I mean, Berserker is someone who's just so aware, regardless of what he's playing, of like how to pilot that champion like classically, but then to your point, like also in very unique ways. I absolutely think he's the best Ashe player we have in the LCS. And when you see like why, for example, is LCK prioritizing Ashe so heavily, you watch Berserker play it here and it's like, oh, okay, this champ's actually really good. Here's his Ezreal.
Look, he autos that to get the Q. Then he kills that minion. So unnecessary, but just like, and then the angle through the minions is like mechanically played perfectly. Like you didn't need to get that farm.
You don't want to miss CS.
Yeah, it's just, I respect it. It's just optimize everything.
Everything counts.
Yep. And this kill goes to Fudge, but obviously it's Berserker with the gank.
That cleanse though.
He didn't want to risk it. I also respect that. He's like, I do not want to get 2v1 to or 1v2. And then this fight, I don't understand. Like, no one's hitting him. There's all these other things going on. He's just pelting away.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're hitting other people. They're dashing around.
And then he just dies to an extra.
Well, he shifted on top of them there to cut off the escape because he was ganking. Because Ezreal's a frontliner, as you know.
Oh, Berserker, what a great series. First team All-Pro.
Hello.
Player of the series. Congrats, Berserker, you did it. Moving on to the next round. So not only are they going to Korea, they're also going to be going to Newark. They're in finals weekend, either in the championship match or in the one before that. Bracket final if they end up losing, but they got to be feeling pretty good about that. Let's pull up the bracket to see where everything is cracking out at the moment. GG versus Energy is our final game of the weekend.